Hey, lovely people. Hey, Random Fishy. Hello. Good morning, Random Fishy. Nice to see you. So I was out and about, and I went to do, good vegetable shopping to make a vegetable soup. And with the soup, what can I say? It's a lot of work. You have to do the cutting and the cleaning and the cutting. It's just a lot of work. But then in the end, it's a healthy soup. It's good for the body. It's good for health. And it's very hot weather. It should not be really. I should not be in the kitchen cooking. Also, should be probably out and about. But let's not complain. Let's make it nice. Let's keep it nice. So let me show you what I got. Parsley, chicken. He got the chicken, but he got this chicken breast, which doesn't have much flavor for soup, and he wants chicken soup. I'm not even gonna bother explaining any much. I'm just gonna make it with what I have. I got the vegetables, as you can see, nice little green paprikas, some mushrooms. I have still the wild mushrooms, This is more for my mushroom dish tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to make a mushroom dish. Spring onion. This is just a soup box mix, It's perfect. You can buy it like this everywhere, I think. With a little bit of what you call it, celery, I think. I don't know what it's called. Soup stuff and carrots. Parsley I got separate, a big bunch. And then here we have some green beans, some potato, as you can see. And then some zucchini, some soup base. I think I'll start making it, and then with time, I'll see if I will add this, to make it more flavorful. Some chilies for me. I won't put it in the soup because he does not like spicy, so I have to regard that. So let's start, cutting, and we can chit chat in the meantime. Hey, Erin. I say hello with face. Hello with face, hello with face. Yeah, this is the thing. The weather is really nice. Look, I was outside. It was really nice. It was a little bit too hot, but it's amazing. Now is the time to be out and about on Saturday. Doesn't matter. I don't want to be difficult now. There's no point to be bitch. I offered that I would make it, so, in the end. But you see this huge onion? Hey, Craig. Hey, Craig. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You see this huge onion? Look at this onion. It's huge. Look at my hand. I'm not going to use all of it. I'm going to use some of this, one red one, and then the spring onion. Can't keep this in the background. Wait, let me show you the food now. Nice to see you, lovely people, on this beautiful Saturday morning. Well, with me it's already, late afternoon. Okay, so let me tell you some gossip, because that's what we like. So today, I went to meet my old friend that I told you about several times. Yes, I will keep. For tomorrow's dish. So I went to meet my friend, that I told you that in the past, I had something with him, it was a little bit of a, whatever, childish playing around. And nowadays, I meet him when I want to have something to chill out with, to smoke. So I told you yesterday, that one of the other friends of mine, the knives are really terrible. One of the other friends of mine, they met, and I had something with the other friend. I had something with both of them, let's put it like that. And they talked. And the other friend was the one that visited me in Bali. I told you about this yesterday. So that guy's upset that I didn't, give a sign and call him, whatever. The friendship fell out. The friendship fell out because of him, not because of me. Okay. And also, basically, the friend that I get my smoke from told my other friend that I fell out the friendship with that he met me three times until now. So that's the whole thing. 3 times. And I went to today. Yeah, and it is true. And today was the 4th time that I met him. And so today was the 4th time that I met him. And I asked him, I'm like, dude, man, what's wrong with you? Like, are you really that childish? Like, I don't mind you telling people that me and you met and stuff, I don't hide that, like this. But why do you have to tell people that how many times we met? Like, are you really that dumb, man? Are you really that stupid? And he looked at me, he didn't know what to say. He was like, oh, he had no idea what to say, no, so, because he's stupid as fuck, man. So, and he was like, hey, Hammy, we're doing some skiing today, yes. No, we're not skiing. No, we're not. I didn't get it at first, but now I get it. Snowing. Because skiing is also related to Austria, But anyhow, so I told that friend, I'm like, you're really dumb, man. You like that you have to tell people, all that information in detail. And he felt stupid, But I'm just telling you, and then I told, my roommate, I'm like, man, he's like, everybody knows everything, and people are talking. I'm like, yeah, I know, but there's nothing to talk about me anymore. Like, if only there would be something to talk about. So. Then I told, I told also my roommate, I was like, I'm sure people are also talking about how come you're here for so long, I said. Keep in mind, guys, I don't have really good tools, so I know it's a little bit shitty the way I'm cutting and everything. But I'm just doing the best with what I have right now going. The last thing that I would want right now, you know, with roommate around is for me to buy myself new kitchen toppery. It's not necessary. My husband Steve has been writing me all morning. I have to also give him a sign. I gave him a sign anyways, but I don't know, he's really wary about me not coming back on my ticket date or something like that. So he's writing me, you know, like, he even called the lawyer, you know, the lawyer that did my first paperwork, you know, for America. He even called the lawyer. It's amazing. I'm like, chill out, man, chill out. It's like, no, everything's okay, everything's okay. I'm like, yeah, I know everything's okay. Chill out, chill out. Let's keep this nice and let's keep these like this string. Cut them in half here. Okay. It's kind of a lot of onion, but onion is good in soup. So, toss. I'm not ignoring the chat. Why did he call the lawyer, Hammy? Because he's afraid that they're not going to let me back in the USA, and he's afraid that I'm not returning to America because I'm thinking that they're not going to let me back, you know, because I said probably I'm not allowed to come back because of the situation. And so this is the thing why he's calling and writing and doing everything, because he's freaked out that I'm not coming back. The part of it all is that, honestly, I might have to stay longer if I have work to do, you know, and not priorities I have to set. Like, once I got things going, it's not the right time for me to say, okay, now let me go back there. We'll see what happens, you know, let's just leave it in the hands of the universe, like I always tell you. Well, let's just see what Foodie Beauty does, and we'll take some, she'll give me a sign. She'll give me a sign to tell me what to do. Okay, we have cut some red onion. I have a lot of onion. Let's see how we're gonna go with this. I shouldn't have cut so much, but doesn't matter. It really is soup. It's good in soup. You can have onion soup, you know, it will be very oniony. Let's put it like that. All right, so we have chopped the onion. Yeah, random fish. He's very sweet, I know. Hey, let's put it like that. I think, you know, let me wash the beans. Let's put it a little bit like that. I'm very good to him. You know, like, not many people would have tolerated what I tolerated. And I think that once I was gone, you know, he realized, you know, that, hey, you know, what's the point of life? It's like, okay, I can buy, he can buy all the toys that he wants, you know, and sing his songs and whatever, you know. But, you know, in the end of the day, it's boring. Maybe he got even bored of, you know, masturbating. Maybe now he would like to. Maybe now he would like to, you know, have a human being touching him apart from his own hand. Could be also the situation, I'm just saying, you know. Fly through Mexico and take a cab or something. In the sign, yeah, from Foodie Beauty, exactly, yeah. Exactly, I have to take it exactly like this, well thought out. Okay, let me think how I'm gonna do this now. I can put them. Take the stems off the beans. That's the thing, that's what I'm telling you guys. When you make soup, it's just a lot of manual work, manual labor. Cutting, and you have to have patience. Then you have to think, you know, to put everything right. I'm also thinking now, you know, like, how... I haven't made soup in a long time. Steve, my husband, he doesn't appreciate soup. He doesn't like it at all, guys. You know, Steve is, you know, like, you know, in America, what his mom also never made soup. So American people are not, you know, they don't really are. They're not soupy people, and that's a fact. Maybe chicken soup with noodles, you know, the typical soup, but a good soup, you know, you cannot find, I think, in America, in an American household. A good chicken soup for sure you can find, but something else, no. Foodie Beauty put up some nice posts I saw. She ate something very nice. Syrian food, Arabic food, olives, and very nice. I saw the picture. We can get it together. Hey, and then I want to show something on the internet. Now I have to focus on this, but I want to show. Do you know the show White Underbelly? I told you Mark Latvia. I wrote him email. He replied me back even, and he said that I have to be in America, you know, and then. And anyhow, that was a long time ago. We're talking Bali days. We're talking like 4 years ago. And back to the point. He, you know, like in the end, I like this show very much, but then I saw what other people are saying, you know. He exploits people. He does this really for money. And then you have also the, how you call it, online therapy, BetterHelp. BetterHelp has been discovered to be just like a scam, basically. It's not good help, you know. They're not professional people, and it's just, I don't know, but it's revealed to be a scam. Something like that, I heard. So, but Mark Latvia, you know, that is exposing, you know, all these people, you know, exposing them and making content from their stories. He also not sponsored, but advertised BetterHelp for money, of course. And I was like, man, you know, this is just another guy that does it all for money. And the thing is, his shows are interesting and everything, but I'm not saying the people are interesting and everything, but he as a person, I believe he's not a good person in my eyes. So what? I think he just looks out for his own interest. Let's put it like that. He's a very person after interest. I don't think that he has, I think his interest is bigger than his heart. Let's put it like that. Anyhow, back to the point. So he made a show. I saw it like, oh, he puts a new show out. And I was like, what is it about? You know, and it's about himself. I'm like, well now. Like the tables have turned, or is this just, you know, kind of a strategy to keep the audience interactive, entertained, and, you know, not get bored? Because I think at some point you run out of people stories to say. And you have to keep the people, you know, still clicking on your channel. So they don't think they have heard it all. Kind of like that. So they don't think they've heard it all. So what did he do? He made a story of himself. Now, I was thinking to myself, if the story is true, you know, it's very sad, of course. But then I thought to myself, dude, if you've spoken to so many people, wait, we'll go over it after. If you've spoken to so many people, Mark Latvia, you know about people that use snow, people that have all these kind of addictions, like everything. You want to tell me that you were dating a girl in her 20s and she was using snow and you didn't realize it? He was paying her rent. He says, I was paying her rent, supporting her, and it was like amazing, and we were made for each other. Wait, we'll go look at it. And he cries. You know, that's the thing. That's why I think it's a little bit staged, because he just cries too much, I believe, you know, and come on, he has heard it all in life, guys, you know. So I think it's like staged. But I'm making them a little bit smaller now. Just cracking them, seeing if I caught any ones that I ignored. So. Yeah, and then on the rest, I didn't see much on YouTube, you know. People are not really doing much. Hikate failed the challenge, didn't show her face. What a surprise, right? If she would have wanted to make a point and be funny, she would have said, hey, here, buddy. Here, do you like my face? Are you happy now? Are you happy now? But she didn't do it. Everybody else shows their face. Not everybody, but majority. Okay, here we have the beans. Nice. And this we can throw out, the bean heads. Alright. And now, wait, let's clean the potato. Or the GoFundMe was for wheat takers. Exactly, Erin, you remember? Exactly, the wheat takers, exactly. I'm so glad that, you people, I can talk to you. I'm not talking just to myself. Exactly, I followed also. He was helping this family. He's exposing people. What's the right word? Taking advantage of exposing the people, something like that. There's a word for it, but I forgot. And wait, we'll look at it. I just have to clean a little bit, these. And once I get some things going, then we can look at that. It's amazing to see, that's why I like that I followed, this YouTube. I didn't only follow Girl World, I followed this Mark Latvia and so many other people. And then you see their character. For me, it's still, I'm going to say again, I find it very sad that there's no entertainment going on, that people pay attention to the grifting troll. Everything, every video that I see is just so obnoxious, and that's the whole thing. He thrives off that. This is the whole point. If he wouldn't be like that, obnoxious, then with what would he come to the table? And people like it, and they cheer him on with his obnoxiosity. Does that make sense to me? Not really. It's very hot to make soup. You have to be in the kitchen and standing. Hope it's appreciated. Yeah, nobody's making any fun streams. At least whatever. I'm not doing anything, but I'm cooking at least. It's not like cooking and sharing my stories with you. What are you doing, you naughty potatoes? Behave here in my kitchen. Okay, let's throw away the potato skins. Exploitation, thank you so much. Whoa, you see, that's why I love you guys. You can exploitation. He makes his content by exploiting people, and it's so obvious. It wasn't obvious to me at the beginning, but I caught on, after some time. Okay. We'll make nice little cubelets. The board is very small, guys. The knives that I'm using are crappy, shitty, and the board is tiny, and I'm just like trying to do my best. I know it looks stupid. I think my husband Steve is also hungry. I think he's bored of Taco Bell. Honestly, what I think is going on with my husband Steve is that he is bored of... Do I think he's, like I told you, I think he's bored of being alone. Which I didn't expect. What am I doing right now? I'm looking for a place to put these things. Let's put them in the pot here. I think also because he realized, 4th of July, and he really likes 4th of July, Steve loves America, and it's normal. And I think he thought to himself, damn it, Easter without me, and 4th of July without me, his birthday without me, and he's like, yeah, having a wife is not that bad, No. You wanted us to get married, and then you decided that you don't want to act accordingly as a husband. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I have to accept that it's my fault. It's not my fault because I asked him if he has any issues mentally, and he said to me that no, and he told me that he lied to me. He told me that he lied to me. My roommate is eating some. So look, we made the potatoes nicely cubed. It's amazing how much the guy must eat this potato. And it's so hot, like in this heat, I wouldn't be able to think so much about putting shit in my mouth. But everybody's different. Okay, so we have the potatoes nicely cut, and now let's go to the paprika. We have little peppers, you see. Let me wash them. How many am I gonna use? Not all. So I'm gonna use some for my dish tomorrow. He's sick of Taco Bell? Yeah. I wonder if he managed to lose any weight, because he really gained weight, and without me there, he should have lost weight, honestly. Even this guy, it pisses me off, because you know how I am. It annoys the shit out of me that this dude lost weight. I'm not joking here. But he struggled his ass off. Guys, it took him 3 months, And he has to give me, the thank, because of me he lost weight. I'm motivated. Because he was ashamed to eat like a pig. That's the reason why he lost the weight, guys. Because living with me made him, and knowing how much weight I lost, made him ashamed to stuff his mouth the way he was stuffing it. So he has to thank me that he lost the weight. It is what it is, guys. Yeah, I'm glad with my new phone. Man, I'm happy that somehow worked out for me. I was like, no. Yeah, so Steve, my husband, calling the lawyer, worried. Pretty cute. Wait, now I don't wait. I'm thinking what to talk about. We have to continue this, and then we can watch the pathetic, what's his name? Mark Laupia. I should look for his email. The peppers are good, but not great, I have to say. Let's do the carrot now. I bought myself this great drink yesterday. It's just sparkling melon, honey melon. It's amazing. I love it. But the moron of me, I was kind of like greedy, you know, because I arrived home and I was just wanting to open it to drink it. And what happened is that I was like, no, you know, it should be very cold. It should be very cold, you know. I was greedy. And so I put it in the freezer. And what do you think happened? I forgot that I put it in the freezer. So today when I woke up, I'm like, okay, I took it out. It was already fucked up, you know. But the flavor is still good. I know that to buy it again and not screw up this time by putting it in the freezer. Tomorrow I plan to go to my mom. Even though today I was thinking about it, I was dreading it. I was like, actually I won't do that. But I should do it, you know? You know, like I've been confronting all unpleasant stuff in life. I've been, you know, having some guts. And just facing the ugliness of life. So I should do that also, you know? To know my situation, you know? To have no questions, to know where I stand and how things stand, and you know what I mean? And then tomorrow you hear on national news, in Vienna, murder happened. Daughter and mother fight. It could be a possibility, you never know with me, you know? People do say I'm crazy, so I don't know. But I don't plan on fighting, no. Not at all. I don't have that hatred in me to fight anyone. I don't even want to talk about anything ugly. I just want her to see that I lost the weight because she hates fat people, and I just want to tell her, look, I know that you won't like me now because of, but I will tell her, but you told me to lose the weight and I lost the weight, and I just want you to see it with your eyes. So I should do that. I can make a video out of it for my archiving. But not with her, of course, not. Because that's the last thing I need. Okay, we clean the carrots pretty well. They're lovely. We still have this small little one. Carrots are healthy and good. Wait, what are you doing, crazy carrots? Stay in your place. Stay in your lane. Oh my god, and I want to tell you guys also something about the brain and all that, you know? Because on my new computer, you know, I have both of them with me. My husband computer, laptop, and the new one. The new dude from USA, Ohio. And the new dude from USA, Ohio, I forgot that Microsoft asks you for password and PIN, and I don't know what. I couldn't remember my PIN nor my password. I don't even remember installing it, because when I got this computer, I was so not happy about it. Do you remember? So I can't even remember the PIN and all that. And it was not letting me process some kind of online payment. So I was like, fuck, man. So what now? I can't process any more online payments. And no. I fixed it. I learned how to fix it. That's the thing with these kind of technology things, you know, it gets the best of me because I lose patience. And I get upset. But that's the whole thing. You're not allowed to get upset or lose patience. There's always, you just have to keep on clicking and reading and clicking. Yeah, some things are more complicated than necessary, I find. Hey, wait a minute. This. This is not for eating, this is just for taste, so I just chop it in half. And this we take out after. It's just for the flavoring. Same as this also in two. I like to eat this personally, but it's more for flavoring. Not everybody likes to eat this. Okay, so we have this too. Also, flavoring. This is all I take. I don't want to put it inside. Okay, so now we have to make, you know, the stir fry, because now we're frying and then we're gonna consist of the soup, step by step. We have everything nicely chopped up here. We can chop some more stuff up later. The carrot we have to now make small. I'm running out of space. Carrot. I do have back pain, you know, standing and walking these days. You know, like I'm telling you, in Bali, I used to have massages every day. No joke, guys. Every day. And now, you know, it has been over 3 years I didn't have one. It's amazing how life goes, you know. One day it's like that, the next it's like this. My friend Estram likes baby carrot. Estram, I'm thinking about you. I don't have baby carrots. I'm using the normal carrot. It's not so tasty, not so sweet. What are you cooking today, Estram? I don't know this. No, it's also just for still have the zucchini. I forgot about that almost. Alright, and now zucchini. Check it out, guys. You know, and he came and he checked what I got, you know, for veggies. And when he saw this, he's like, he came and he showed me, he's like, this is fantastic, you know. I'm like, yeah, I know. And he's like, this is very good if you, you know, like, put it in breadcrumbs, you know, and fry it. I'm like, yeah, I'm aware, but I'm not doing that. I'm making one dish, like, basically, like, I was letting him know, if you're suggesting that you want me to do that for you, I'm not. I'm making one dish, and it is what it is. I'm not doing anything else. In this heat to fry things in oil, are you out of your mind? Now anyways, I have to fry the chicken and the onion. I'll keep some veggies for tomorrow. So this we put at the end, so I don't need to bother with it now. I can put it here. The mushroom also at the end. Chicken. Let's do the chicken. Like I said, this is not chicken for soup. But it is what it is. He was complaining also, you know, he's like, oh my god. Hey Christy, it's so nice to see you. Everybody, I checked on Anita, just so you know. Anita's fine, she's been very busy with real life. I just want to tell you that I check on people that I care about. I check on people that I care about, no shit. I even made a list of the people. Wait, let me see. If it's, I lost it. No, I don't have, I have it here. And I wrote her email today and she wrote me back and she was really happy I checked on her. Okay, so check out my list. I don't know if you're on it or not. If not, yell out and I will put you on it. So my list is so far like this. Anita, Erin, Frank, Craig, Angelo, Hi, Hazelnut, Eggy, Fishy, Christy, Jessica, Pierre. It has no importance. The ranking is no, I just, the names that just boom came in my mind. Eggy, Hazelnut, Hi, Angelo, Craig, Frank, Erin, Anita, Jessica, Pierre, Christy, Fishy. So yeah, I'm glad that, you see, I take care of the people that I care about, of course, and that care for me. That's the whole point why we're here. For each other. Okay, chicken. Let me wash my hands. Yeah, so I think that's with my husband, Steve. I think that the Easter, you know, is what he was like, it sucked for him a little bit, but whatever. And I think now with 4th of July, you know, he felt alone. He's like, oh my God, you know, there's nothing to really to be happy about, you know, nothing changing. Well, but you can buy what you want, Steve. And I don't make you observations. You can buy all those toys that you like and watches. I'm sure by now you have already, what, 30 watches, Steve? I mean, enjoy your life how you want. But now you figured out that it's nice to have a wife. I'm sure. I'm sure. One that doesn't have demands, one that accepts your craziness and stinginess and hiding stuff in the house and yelling at me that I have my few drinks when you pop 5 times a day kratom and say it's normal and say that's normal and I'm not normal. Come on, you know, like, in the end of the day, everybody knows that I love him. He knows I love him very much, but it's just, it wasn't an easy time for him with him. I told him, you know, all the time, give me some slack, you know, like, and then I showed him, I'm like, okay, you know, because he kept on saying about my lifestyle with my drinking. I'm like, okay, and then I reduced the drinking and I lost the weight, and then I'm like, and then when I started to improve myself, he stopped to fuck me. So what am I meant to understand from that? That also doesn't make any sense to me. So when I did what he wanted to improve, you know, my lifestyle, to stop, you know, and he was just getting worse, taking even more kratom, buying those expensive kratom dosages that cost, I don't know, like what, $50 for like almost like snow price. I'm not joking, snow prices. It's not normal. But I love him. But I'm not stupid either, you know. With the whatever little I had and I could, you know, I always made sure that he had and felt his birthday and Christmas, you know. Always. Even when we were in a fight and I was living in the motel, I went out and spent the night on his birthday with him. Okay, so we have the chicken chop. Let's start now frying stuff. I have for myself the chilies. I'm curious to see if they're hot. I'm not going to put them in him because he doesn't like spicy and I can just hear it. No, they're not hot. I can put some inside. No, it's not good. You know, if the chilies are hot, they're always hot at the end. So that's why I'm chopping them up and seeing if at the end they're hot. Let me try now one. A little bit. A little bit, so I'm not going to continue. I'm going to keep this for myself. Let's put it on the side. Because I don't want to hear spicy. Yeah, I also have the spring onions still. But you see how much time it takes? That's my whole point. I forgot I have also this broccoli from before. I can add it also at the end. Why not? Alright, so now let's make the chicken and that, and then we continue with the soup. The soup will be put in this bowl, soup bowl. This we can cut up in time eventually while we're doing all this important stuff. This onion we can put in the fridge. Tomorrow I'll cook again. Tomorrow I'll make another dish. But let's see actually. Tomorrow I said I'm going to my mom. I have to see. I have to see. How come nobody's doing anything on the internet? Where's Walty? Where's Jessica? Hecate has nothing to talk about, so there's like not even no point for me to ask why she's not doing anything. What's she meant to talk about? Don't worry, I have some kind of strange feeling that, you know, the grifting troll will take advantage of this situation as always. Okay, let's continue cooking and not talking about grifting trolls. Here we have the pan. Let's start the fire. The onion and the chicken go in here. I have back pain, guys. Here we have soup hard cubes. We'll put 2 of them inside. At the start. I think 2 is enough. And we will also add this, I think. We will see. This we'll see at the end. I don't want to fuck things up, you know? Hello with face. And I don't want to be impersonal, but I really don't look good and it's not point for me to blah blah blah. We can watch this Mark Latia in a moment, but after we do the chicken and we start the soup, you know? I think the chat blocked. Let me refresh it. Yeah, of course it blocked. Hey Courtney, nice to see you. I'm so sorry guys. It's good that I refreshed it. Hey Jean Z. I missed quite a bit. Tomorrow I'll be on the toilet. Grifting troll, you know, grifting troll is hussy. Spatula. Spatula. Fishy, you were so good with your poem. No, I can't forget, but you rhymed it better. Dubai chocolate, something Dubai chocolate? Why would it be salmonella, you moron? It's a little bit out. I've been worked. You're allowed to keep it a little bit out in the room temperature. If it's out for like 3 hours, okay. But if it's been out for 30 minutes. Calm down. Calm down. Let the onion get made. The oil is very little, but let's see. I don't have any replacement for oil, and he did not get. I don't buy oil because I don't use oil. I don't fry anything for myself. I don't. I'm sorry. Cross-contamination with the peppers. Okay, be worried. I'm not worried. If you're worried, let it be. I'm not. Potatoes, zucchini, carrots, soup, peppers, beans. We have all the stuff going on here in the kitchen, in this kitchen. I'm taking a seat. If you don't mind. Wait, let me get my fan. I'm hot. Much better. Metal spatula and Teflon. Okay, doesn't matter. I know it's my husband also. Steve doesn't like it, but I don't care. I'm so sorry if you care. I don't care. I don't believe in that kind of stuff. Honestly, I don't. In my restaurant, of course, I wouldn't do this, but at home, for my home cooking, I can use a plastic thing if I want, but I don't believe in it. But I don't mind if you believe in it. I don't. Got annoyed with me because I said you should not be. I'm like, the oil is finished. I'm like, it's better that it's finished because you don't need to cook with oil. And he got upset. He's like, how can you cook with that oil? Explain it to me. Explain it to me. I'm like, I don't know. I do it. I might have to cook without oil. In Ohio, I use also very little oil. I do use, but not very little. know, now you put me in my mind, and I will now take the plastic one. I'm not putting it right now. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk hearing complaints after, you know what I mean? But the whole soup, you know, that I worked for hours, it's just in the ass because of one small detail. And that's very possible with this guy and with my husband as well. My husband is the same shit, man. One of my favorite songs. One of my favorite songs. Hey SARS, yes, we're still in Europe, Vienna. We're afraid to not get to Ohio. My husband is afraid. For me. I'm spicing up the chicken with flavoring, paprika. Some herbs. That's enough. Because we're putting the other stuff off. very nice the chicken is looking. Okay, so we have this going on here. And now we can remove this. Do we want to fry anything else? The other things we just want to boil. We don't need to fry anything. And we anyways don't have oil. So no, this is the fried part. So now we move the big pot in place and we add water. So now we're waiting for the water to heat up. And then we're going to put everything together. There's still a lot of work going on here. But we can comment on some things now. At least that. Okay. You can see me in the background. Okay, let's see. Look at this. Okay. So, if you don't know who this is Mark Laia. He exposes people and makes his coin of exposing people, pretending to be all caring and all that, but in the end he's, you know, like just doing his job, which is exposing people. The thing is that I don't like, you know, if you're gonna do what you're gonna do, at least stand up for it, you know. Like garlic bread, you know, we can go now and I can talk about garlic bread, you know, stand up for what you're going to say. Yeah, I know my content is shit, but whatever, you know, like I make my coin off it, and so what? So what? Are you hating me that I make? But at least stand up for it. And now I think that he has become unpopular because people see him for who he is, and now he's making a story himself. And while we listen to this guy, I will tell you how the story does not make sense. First of all, keep in mind he has talked to like 1,000 people, not, I don't know how many people, but a lot of people, 500 for sure, about substance issues and such and so more. So he knows the field. You cannot tell me that he's romantically involved with somebody and he didn't notice that she's taking snow. That's such bullshit. That's really for me utter bullshit. But listen to how dramatically he makes it, and he cries. He cries, guy, you know, like, come on.
Even when these stories challenge what we think we know, Ground News shows us different perspectives in the media, which is why Ground News is a perfect sponsor for my channel. In a world where algorithms censor much of...
The first thing he does, mention that he's just after the coin. He has no heart, like, he is just after the coin. He's garlic bread, I don't know, garlic bread genetics.
The information we receive, some of the most important stories get missed from our news feeds. Ground News highlights local news from around the world, giving you an on-the-ground perspective that national coverage might miss. The app and website empowers you to form your own opinions by presenting you with every article published on any news story worldwide. My favorite part of the app is the data it gives you on each news source as you read it, such as where it leans on the political. You can check this all out we live in.
Making his coin.
My link, grabbing or on this channel. I don't talk about my personal life at all.
Oh, no.
But
I wonder why. Listen, but this is so, for me, it's staged, guys. I want you to watch it with me. We can comment, and I want you at the end to tell me, Bali, you're really a bitch. This seems very original, and you're crazy. Or you can tell me, hey, you kind of have a point. This seems a little bit staged for the audience. because that's how to keep them attracted and keep them, you know, like appealed to your channel, to click on your channel. Let's see. What do you think?
Last week, it's going to be hard.
It is going to be hard.
Something happened last week that's so central to what I'm trying to show and change about all of us that I think it's worth talking about. It's important. I've had
Yeah.
I've had a girlfriend for the last
Look, the
2.5
crying,
years.
the crying. This is my main point. The
Young lady
crying
named
is just
Kiara.
too much, I believe.
Who I met. She brought in her mom for an interview. Her mom is a homeless drug addict, lives on the streets to this day. And we met and just kind of clicked and got along. And it was really, you know, she wasn't the kind of girl I thought I would ever be involved with romantically, but it turned into that very quickly. And it was really the most wonderful relationship. It was magical. We both used to say all the time, like, I can't believe this is happening. It's like both of us seem to love each other more
Every day.
Yeah, the relationship got stronger and better as it went on, and it was beautiful.
You
It was
see what I
amazing. She
mean?
used
It
to say-
seems so fake
I
to
used to say,
me.
you know, I was much older than I am much older than she is, and I used to say, like, if you ever want to get rid of me because I'm too old, just let me know. And she goes, like, I would never do that. You're like irreplaceable. There's nobody like you. And I felt the same way about her. It's like she was one of a kind. So fun and kind, and her sense of humors were perfectly matched. It was like we just constantly made each other laugh. You know, my job is hard. You know, I do this all day, and some days are really difficult. Like I would just come home fried, and just in a nasty sour mood. And I would walk in the door and sit down, and just within 3 minutes, everything was erased and just gone. It would evaporate just because of the way she treated me, the way we interacted. It was just magical, and it was the best. Only 2.5 years, but probably one of the best things that ever happened to me.
I don't buy it,
It
guys.
didn't
I
matter
don't
this
buy
age
it.
difference.
You
guys
guys
were just
buy
best
it?
friends.
I can see, yeah, there, but I don't buy it that he doesn't know, that he would not have noticed that she has some rug issue. You know what I mean? Give me a break. Like, honestly, like, this is his job. You want to tell me that it doesn't work out for him mentally.
She was very mature for her age. She was in her 20s. She was very mature for her age. I had a hard time believing she was in her 20s, more like 30s. She looked 30 something. And I'm very young at heart for my age. So yes, on paper it's a big age gap, but in reality, we were perfectly matched. Perfectly matched. It sounded weird on paper, but if you saw us together, there's nothing weird about it. She had a 3-year-old son. She has a 3-year-old son. We would see each other every day, every night, have breakfast every other day, and then get together for the evening after work. And then we would be texting each other. She texted me all these really sweet love kind of messages throughout the day, and that was really sweet. I enjoyed all that silly little stuff. It was really something I never thought I'd like in a relationship. Very different kind of woman than I've ever been with before. I was always into these almost elusive, challenging, difficult people, and she was none of that. Just loving, kind, open, honest, sweet.
So I added that, and now
Just the greatest in every way. And last Wednesday, I texted her like I always do at night. I came by to see her just briefly because she had some friends over, but I came by to say hi. She was her usual self. Everything was perfect. I left, and I texted her when I went to bed. She texted me back right away, and then in the morning I get up early. I text her and don't expect a reply right away, but like 8 o'clock goes by, 9 o'clock goes by, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. So I drive over. You know, she lived nearby, my studio, and I have a key to her place. I go open the door. Her 3-year-old son is there with his stinky diaper, and I go, "Where's mommy?" He points to the bedroom, and I go into the bedroom. The bed is empty.
Listen to your story, dramatic.
And she's underwater, laying in the bathtub, curled up. And I'm just like, I just didn't know what to make of that. But I grabbed her and I tried to pull her out, and she was hard and cold. Lips were blue. And she'd obviously been
Look, so we have this going on.
10, 11, 12 hours, something like that.
I'm adding soup cube.
Long enough to not be savable. And there's a joint on the side of the bathtub. She likes to smoke her weed. And
So he knew that she smoked
I tried CPR.
weed,
I,
but
talked
he
to, I
didn't
called
know
911
she was
immediately.
taking
They
cocaine.
came right away. But nothing's going to happen. Nothing was going to happen. And
That's bullshit for me.
it was just like getting hit by a train. Like, this girl I loved just fucking died.
So now this has to go and
There was no
get
explanation
all together and nice.
how or why. I can't make sense of it. And information is coming out. The detectives called me a couple days later and said they found cocaine. They talked to her friends that she was with that night. She was doing cocaine, and she had been doing cocaine regularly for the last couple months, at least a few months.
You didn't know about
And
that?
I didn't know about it. Like, I didn't know. She kept me out of the loop on that, and she hid it very well, and I didn't know. And this was a late night thing because I go to bed so early. She's staying up later. She'd probably do coke every night. And another thing that's important.
How can you
so it
not
looks like a
know?
fentanyl overdose then. Once
How
you see
can
that,
you, from
But
all people,
there
Mark?
are,
From
in
all
her
people,
family,
Mark.
there are 3.
How can you not know? How stupid can you be? You're faking this. This is so faking. You want the attention for the wrong reasons. You are faking this 100%.
I think they're all female. 3 women that died of myocarditis. Myocarditis is where the lining of your heart, and I think it enlarges and your heart stops. So 3 of her relatives, close relatives, passed away from myocarditis. One more young relative had a pacemaker put in. So myocarditis and cocaine mixed together, I was reading about it on the internet, is really just like it's a recipe to how to stop your heart. And my guess is that's probably what happened in this case. That's almost like a side detail because she has a 3-year-old child. She has a great life, great future ahead of her, a great boyfriend that's supporting her in every way. There's no reason to pick up a drug like cocaine. There's no reason to pick up any drug like that when your life is going smoothly. And I've been, of course, thinking about this nonstop since it happened. Not sleeping. It's hard. And
Soul crushing.
yeah, so soul crushing is the fucking word.
It's the last thing we thought it was gonna.
Everybody, like the last thing, like her
You
parents,
understand what I
her
mean?
adopted
That it
parents.
seems so phony and
she
fake?
her biological mom is a
Doesn't
homeless
seem real to me.
crystal meth addict. She never met her father. Doesn't even know who her dad
Hey,
is.
brother Louis.
Biological dad. She was adopted.
So
by
now
this
this is going. We
couple,
still have to
very
put
cool,
some stuff
and
inside. But we
they
put
saved
it
her
on
life.
high
They
fire,
raised her, did a
and
great
it
job.
has
She's
to
a
go.
wonderful
I don't think I
person
can.
because of
We
them.
see. I don't think I can scream.
But the
so very
scar
well.
of having your parents,
It's a long
your biological
procedure.
parents, both decide to not even bother with you. We don't want to, like, dad doesn't even want to see you. He doesn't want to know you.
That's my parents. My parents didn't want to bother with me. That's exactly my situation. Put me to my grandmother in Romania and didn't want to bother. Just forgot that I existed. That's exactly my parents, both of them.
I'm not interested. Mom is going to be like, I got better things to do. That's a scar that
Doesn't go away.
doesn't go
Yeah,
away.
that's
It just,
why I'm messed up also mentally.
It's such a deep
and
wound.
emotionally because of this reason. My parents. I know it at least. I know the reasoning.
that I think there's you have to look at that and be like, and then so I find some things out in talking with her friends, like the cocaine started about 3-4 months ago, and she would always say, I will never do these kind of drugs because of my mom. She would always say that. That's why I didn't even suspect there could be anything like that going on. She would always say that. So I'm like, well, it couldn't be that. That would never be an option. But apparently it became an option.
She didn't give any inclination to this. I
No,
didn't
I
see
mean,
it.
she hid it from me. I was also supporting her financially. I was, paying her rent and stuff like that. So
see?
you don't want to
Did you hear?
disappoint.
So you were paying her rent and stuff, as you say, stuff, and you didn't know that she was taking snow. Wow, this is your work and you interview people. Give me a break. Get out of here. But get out of here immediately.
That person who's your kind of, support system. I understand there's good and bad that comes with those kind of relationships, but it is what it was. So when your life is so sweet, you have a beautiful kid. He's a great young man, just 3 years old and sweet and fun and playful and just cute as can be. You have a boyfriend who's supportive and loves you to death. You have a great relationship with him. You have a great future. You have a great life. You should have a really great life. But if your psyche, your subconscious, your deep view of yourself from your parents' treatment of you is that I'm worthless, that they don't even want to know me, they don't want to raise me, they don't want to do shit with me. That's a scar that just is hard to
repair.
You know, not now, but I will go.
Which is why
Hey
this-
guys,
this
just
is
for the
this is
fun
why
of
I'm
it, because
talking to
anyways
this
we're talking about this guy. For the fun of it, I cannot because my other laptop has to be charged, has to be plugged in order to work. So right now, yeah, I guess I could do it now. I don't feel like it, but I'll look for it. The email from him. From the year what, 2020.
On cameras, because this is what my channel is about. More than anything, people think it's a drug channel. It's not a drug channel. People think it's about this, that, or the other. It's not about any of these things. It's
No,
really
obviously it's not a rug channel, because if it were, you would know that your girlfriend that you're together with and paying rent for is taking it. But apparently you're kind of stupid, or you're pretending to be stupid, or what is the deal here? Please clarify, because I cannot believe that you would be so fucking dumb to not notice that your girlfriend that you're paying her rent for and love her so very much, you don't notice that she's on substances when that's what you deal with for the past fucking 5 years. Are you fucking kidding me?
how important it is to be a parent, a great parent, a loving, unconditional, being able to love your kids unconditionally is the most important thing that will ever happen to a person in their lives. Just being present, even if you're not the best parent, at least be present, be there, and let them know that you care. Show up to their Little League game or their volleyball game or their whatever.
Just have dinner together.
Have dinner together, something. But that
Yeah,
is
well,
what.
Mark,
That's why I'm working so hard. That's why I put out all these videos. That's why I do this work, so that hopefully people will figure this out. And this just hits so fucking close to home for me, because I don't do drugs. I've never smoked pot. I don't do anything that is like this. So to have it come into my life is just like, it doesn't like, how did this happen?
It's still sinking in.
Still sinking in. But I think she just kind of had this really great life with me. Everything was cool, but there's a part of her that just knows that, believes that she's worthless, like her parents. Because the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. You don't end up with a self-worth that is drastically different than your parents. We turn into our parents in a lot of ways. I know there are people who break out of that and become better than their parents, and there's some people that do the opposite. But in general, you have to factor that in
it's true.
heavily.
This thing with you turn into your parents. I'm very much turned into like my mother. Like my marriage with my husband in USA is very similar to my mother's marriage, because she and my dad, whatever, they got married through interest. Me and Steve didn't get married through interest, but it was also not, let's not go into. The point is that my mom and dad got married through interest, then they started to like each other with time, and actually love each other. But it was not, they didn't have the vision of family, both of them didn't have that in their mind. And now look at me, and my mom would always just come back and visit my dad. They would spend every year, 2 months together, once a year. And look at me with my marriage. It's also like, hey, it's not like 100% love, but it's some kind of bond and friendship and loyalty. That's exactly what I've got going on with my USA husband. It's so weird. Yeah, we do turn like our parents. My mother is all alone. I'm kind of like all alone. You know what I mean? It's so weird how life works out.
Color who you become, probably more than anything else. If your parents' self-worth is in the gutter, as her parents were, biological parents were.
I think it's got to be hard to have a child when she must have been thinking about her parents and why they weren't in her life. Constantly, which is maybe why she did turn to this alternative lifestyle to see what it was like.
Well, you said something the other day, because we talk about this now daily.
Yeah. Just healing, trying to get through it.
You said it might be some kind of attempt to reconnect with her mom.
I did say that.
Who she never sees.
Yeah.
Rarely sees.
Like to try to understand, why is this more important than me?
Yeah, this is why I'm going tomorrow. That's why tomorrow I'm going to see. Hey, Rat Rod. I'm going to see my mother. I'm going to look at her and say, what are you doing?
3-year-old child. She loves her child.
I'm going to look at her. I'm going to say, what are you doing?
You're going to decide to pick up cocaine, which could lose that kid in a flash.
In a flash.
In a flash.
Inevitably. How are you going to get through this without a consequence? It's so... It's baffling.
She will say back to me,
so she started using...
What are you doing? And I'll be saying, I'm doing very fine.
Things started using more and more and more. It sounds like she had a scar around her nostril from using so much cocaine when she passed.
Look at
And
this.
when I found her in the
You see, he's triggering, guys. This is just a video in order to get hate viewers like me going. If she had a circle around her nose from taking snow, then you would have noticed it before. That circle doesn't appear just from one moment to the next. You hear yourself how you're giving away that you're trying to bait hate in order to keep relevant. Wow. Some entertainers are really sick. He's trying to bait hate in order to keep relevant. This is exactly what's going on here. Hey Pierre, lovely, I'm so happy to see you.
all around her nose when she passed. And when I found her in the bathtub, there was blood all around her nose, underwater. So clearly around her nostril from using so much cocaine. Started using more and more and more. It sounds like she had a scar around her nostril from using so much cocaine.
So why did you not notice it, fucker? Why didn't you not notice it? This is your fucking job. You talk to people like that. How can you not notice it? You say you saw you saw. What are you saying, you little piece of shit? I'm gonna write him an email. I have to find the email where he replied me and have to reply to that so he knows that I know him from before, you know, I'm not just a random person. Come on, we gotta do this. This is our next mission. This is our next message. Mission. It's a mission with a message.
And when I found her in the bathtub, there was blood all around her nose, underwater. So clearly that's from a lot of cocaine use.
That's just so
Yeah.
hard.
So you know clearly how it is when people use a lot of snow. So how could you not have noticed it with her when you were paying her rent and you loved her so much? Make that make sense. You little bait clicker.
It's killing me.
Of all the things for you to find too, someone you love, underwater. I mean, not knowing that she had a problem. This definitely hits home like the channel for sure. Because I think, well, I read emails every day. Not my kid, and this, you know, my parents never knew. I'm functioning this. There's a lot of problems going on that people aren't wanting to talk about clearly.
Yeah, I mean, there are things going on that she probably wouldn't talk with me, as I mentioned earlier. One of her close friends, told me that she said that she had taken to driving on the freeway when she's going to her mom's house or whatever, her adopted mom's house, and closing her eyes while she drives.
Which makes no sense.
Well, it's like you have this, you know, she used to be a cutter when she was a kid. She has all the scars on her left arm from cutting. And you're driving and closing your eyes for a bit. Nothing happened from it, but like, why are you doing that? What's that all about? And then picking up cocaine when you got a 3-year-old and you got a great life and everything is cool and you know drugs are a problem because you saw it what happened to your mom. You're going to choose to do that.
And we talk about it a lot here because it's what we do on the daily. It's just a strange.
This is rage bait. This is rage bait 100%.
I'm trying
You're
to
rage baiting.
I mean, I chalk it up to her. She was a little younger, so, you know, when I was younger, as we said, it's like, we're so stupid when we're young. We're just stupid. We don't think about stuff when we're young until you have to sometimes. So, do you, how are you? Can you
I'm
share?
struggling. I'm just struggling. I'm sure I'm resilient and I'm sure I'll get through this and get over it and carry on as usual. But, you know, people have said, oh, you should take a break. If I take a break, I sit around and just cry and stare at the wall. So working helps, but I don't have the same drive that I used to.
Rage baiting.
It's just kind of sad to do anything right now, but work is helping. I go to the gym a lot now, and it's just kind of like
You go to
keeps
the
my
gym.
mind.
And it's healthy for you to take some time right now to just listen to your body. And
you're suffering so deeply, aren't you, Mark, Latvia? You're suffering so deeply. You have to go to the gym. You know that other people, they don't have the time, but you, because you expose people, and what was the other word again? I forgot. You make your coin. You're an asshole. I don't like you at all. I'm gonna write you an email to say that you're an asshole.
and go at the pace that makes sense to you. That's part of when we deal with shit.
Yeah. Self-worth is like the core of what the problem is with this story, I think. And self-worth is not inherited, but it's kind of like transferred from the parent to the child in a lot of ways. There are people who've broken free of that. But
imagine the poor
If she could hear you right now, what would you say to her?
Imagine the poor child. I feel sorry
Oh my
for
God.
children like that. Imagine
it's all right.
growing up
I mean, just
already
it's
like
okay to
that.
have this.
Such
Look
a
at your mom.
story.
It's explainable why you did this. It's really just about self-sabotage. To me, it's a story
Yeah,
of
of
self-sabotage. Because if you want to keep your child, don't pick up a drug that's going to take that kid away in a flash. You know, because
You're
anything
an
could
idiot.
happen.
How can
They
you
find
not
out that you're
notice
using
it?
cocaine or
No.
whatever drug, they'll take that kid away. I mean, that's it.
Everybody writing emails
just-
how stupid he
just
is.
don't take
I'll
your
give
loved
you
ones
his
for
email
granted. Just
address.
treat every day like it's the last
Moron.
day you're going to spend with him.
Exploiter.
You never know where you're going to see him again. It's just taught me some things that are hard to handle.
What did you learn about love from all of this? Are you still processing it, or?
Well, I mean, she treated me differently than any of my partners ever did, and I loved the way.
Yeah, she was on snow.
She was loved.
She was on
We all
snow.
love
Yeah, she
Oh, yeah.
treated you differently, you moron. Do you hear
It was a very
yourself?
interesting
You rage baiter.
relationship we had.
Everybody call him rage
Felt magical
baiter.
every single day.
Not
And
masturbator,
it was getting
rage
better as it
baiter.
went on. 3 years in, it was better at 3 years than it was at the beginning, even. But sometimes when things are too good, you're going to self-sabotage. You give a homeless person a winning lottery ticket, all of a sudden they're a
That's okay,
multimillionaire.
yeah.
They're going to be homeless in a year and a half, back on the street, because that's what they believe they deserve. That's why they're on the street in the first place. It wasn't like they lost their job and became homeless. It's because their self-worth went to crap,
Ja,
and that's what they
wirklich?
believe they deserve.
Nej, kom
Did
niet
she
in
ever give you any idea that she had low self-esteem as of late?
No, and like
I
with me,
think
she
not.
operated very, very nicely. Very, like somebody that had self-worth, self-esteem. But I was always aware that with a mom like that and a dad that you don't even know, there's going to be some scar. But I just figured I could try to help her. I mean, like you meet somebody that never had a parent. Both of your parents abandoned you. My heart just went out to her. I just wanted to do everything I could to try to fix it. And
It's a beautiful thing to watch somebody become self-sufficient or a little more confident, walk a little taller, find the dream that they might have overlooked, or it was exciting to witness her kind of stepping into her
yeah,
own.
she was a singer. She was into her music, and
Oh my God, incredible voice.
and I gave her.
I loved her songs.
I gave her all the studio time she needed, the producers she had,
So
and
what are
she
you
was doing some
talking
great
about?
stuff. She was on the Fig documentary on my channel. She's the second to last song, and I think there's another song at the intro of a Israel video that.
Right.
So they're
It's also
making
hers.
money from this music?
Is there something that now you understand about some of the families that have had to suffer and face this sort of a loss that you might not have understood before last
Well, I mean,
week?
I've seen so many stories similar to
Yeah,
this.
that's
it's
my
like,
point.
I see
You've
the
seen so
pattern. I
many
see
stories.
the
How could you
damage
not have
done by having a
recognized that
dad
she
who
has
just
a
said, "No, I'm
drug
good,"
problem?
or a mom
It
that's
makes
like
no sense,
not
you
really
fucking
doing her job.
moron.
My mom is the exact opposite. The exact
This is
opposite. My mom loved me so
guys,
perfectly.
it makes no sense.
you know.
It makes no sense.
My mom was very attractive and very stylish, and she would walk into a room and everybody would stop and like notice her.
She was lovely.
I'm sorry that you're not like your mom.
Is this bringing up memories of your mom?
Fuck yes.
Yeah. I knew it would.
Look how he's trying to be all,
Fuck yes.
come on, this is all fake.
It's like some of the
guys.
trauma of losing
This
my
is
mom
fake. Give me a break. Give me a
gets
break.
churned up through
Honestly, I don't
through this.
buy
But
it. I
so my
don't.
mom, she would walk into a room
I
and get
really
everyone's
don't
attention just
buy it.
because she was so stylish and
His
beautiful.
views are down.
But when you
and
get to talk to her,
algorithm
you
shit
get to
is
know her.
down,
She
and
was
he's
just
like,
so kind and accepting of everybody,
This is rage
from
bait.
top to bottom. She was just very gracious and
Or
kind and
pity
warm and loving
bait,
to everybody.
rage bait, whatever you make
And it was such a
it.
wonderful thing to grow up around. And to be your son was the
Look, this is pathetic for me.
best
Too
thing
much
that ever happened to
pathetic.
me.
I think your mom would be so proud of you. To be
Yeah.
honest, you emulate her.
Yeah, that
Because when you
you
walk into a room,
exploit
it's very
other
similar.
people, and then you,
Yeah.
your mom
And
will be
you
really
care.
proud of you.
Boy, do you
You
care.
hear
we're very
yourself,
similar.
you people, you stupid assholes. Are you dumb, or what mushrooms
There's a
are
book.
you?
Joyce
What
Emerson,
mushrooms are
Dr.
you,
Ferrer has a book
stupid
called
asshole?
Wise Women. And this is portraits of women, and there's a quote. I think that quote is like, what advice would you give? Or I'm not sure what the question was, but it's just quote from all the women that are photographed in the book. And my mom's in that book. And the
I'm
quote
also
that they
in a
used of
book.
hers,
I'm also in the
I
book.
think they're asking like,
I already put it many times.
what
I
advice
won't
would you give
show it.
to live a great life? And my mom said,
Try some more.
choose your parents well.
Don't cry for me.
Which of course is a joke, but it's like
It's a joke, yeah.
There's nothing
I also have shitty parents.
more that we can
You
do for our
see me
children
crying like you and exploiting people at the same
Then
time.
be there for them.
Asshole.
than to be great parents.
Or don't have kids.
All right, thanks you guys.
Love you, Mark.
I burnt myself a little bit there. Okay, in the memory of this person. Let's watch something. I don't know what to put for you entertaining. Ah, look, we have No, but I don't want to snipe. But doesn't matter. He's not bothered. I can see even hello.
It's like a holiday.
We are not in competition. We are just friends, really. There's no issue. I know for a fact.
What's up, Belly? How's it going?
Okay.
He matches boxers to a shirt. Very matchy. Hopefully the cum stains in his boxers also match the cum stains on his shirt. You know, from eating off.
Maybe like Columbus Day or something. Pick a holiday that like we have off, but like nobody.
Okay, check it out. It's really getting together nicely.
No,
But
we
need
don't,
some
like,
time to
travel
boil.
for, you know, like people like for like Thanksgiving, you know, like
Very nice, very nice.
people like to travel.
No, I'm not gonna cover it anymore. It doesn't need covering. The mushrooms I'll put the spring onion in a bit. Not yet. I don't want to snipe his content. That's the thing. I have to find
Holy
something else
shit,
to watch.
Thanksgiving is around the corner again. Well, more so for Canadians, it's in October, right? Americans, November. I can't believe it's literally the day after July the 4th. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I just have 2 more months of summer? Because, you know, officially, summer is unofficially over once early September hits, right?
No, I should cover a little bit more.
It's just done.
Find a holiday where we don't travel. Like people don't really travel for Columbus Day, you know. So I don't know, maybe I'll do
Everybody
a
please
trip
go
for
like his
Columbus
stream
Day,
so that
like,
there's
it
no,
gives
you
me
know.
like an extra weekend day.
I'm not saying watch
So
my
October
channel.
13th,
I'm just hanging out with him
2025,
while I'm
Columbus
doing
Day.
my thing.
Cool.
I'm not
The whole year is
sniping
over.
an evil way. It's just hanging out
Well,
purpose.
we
So you
are
should be
in the
nice
second
and give
half
him
of the
like.
year. I can't believe it. Just the other day, it was February. Then it was March. Then it was April. And I was in Montreal fighting with S-Jam after he named his monkey that's actually a gorilla after me. Very S-Jam of S-Jam to do that. By the way, if DLF can find a job, so can you, S-Jam. S-Jam needs to find a job. You know what he should do? Oh my god, maybe I shouldn't do that. Say he get his smart serve license. Can you imagine S-Jam doing smart serve? Jesus. That would be hell. Speaking of smart serve, I actually do have my smart serve license.
I put the parsley and all the others, and now we just have to let it go.
He has.
Sorry, I had to go
Now it's the boiling phase.
He quit one job, left his apartment, and got his payout up $2,000. And then he got another job, but he says they were dangerous. So he got hurt and he left that job. Then he got another job, but then they said that close to his house, but they let him go for some reason. He was smart serve himself. He probably would. Can you imagine the types of shit that he would do?
And water by marijuanas.
Oh my god, look at that. What the hell's ripped? Is that his shirt that's ripped? It is his shirt that's ripped.
Hey, hey, you want to see how my marijuanas look?
Cool, Luke. I wish I was there, but I'm not. I'd love some barbecue right now.
Yeah, the soup is going to be great. Now it has to boil and get made.
So what is he getting? Oh my god.
No.
He has
Willie,
a
no.
plant. Are you allowed plants in Buffalo? I keep forgetting which state allows
Really,
what.
this is for adult use only. Yeah, here's what my marijuana. Here's what my marijuanas look like.
My God.
Willie.
You can. In New York State, it says you can grow up to 6 cannabis
Guys, I don't have what to entertain you with
plants.
anymore,
Willie,
Like, for me to
no.
continue, I can always
No.
continue
Look at him
after.
and his.
But for me to keep on going, to snipe Monty makes no sense. I can come back later. Anyways, we can do it like that. This thing has to cook anyways for 1 hour. So, it's hard to fill 1 hour of time. In the meantime, I could do some things, of my personal matters. And then I can come back and we can finish it all together. I think that's the wisest thing to do. So I'll meet you all in Monty's chat. I'm going there right now. I say thank you for hanging out and see you later. See you later. Peace, peace, peace.